Hey people, it's me, Gabe. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm playing the song Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. E-A-R-L-E. That's my favorite country singer. Somewhat of a rock guitarist, actually. He's singing the song Copperhead Road. So anyways, today we're gonna basically, oh yeah, I got him on my face. We're gonna read about everything we had. Basically, I said I was going to make a series about this. And I had some negative input from a mother of a 13-year-old boy. I don't have it on here, but this is what she said. Basically, I'm looking at it. Here we go. Listen to this. I can't show it because this is basically private because I do not want to basically get the mom. This is to all you who watch my YouTube channel. And listen to this. Dear Gabriel's David Manor and Log Truck channel. This is from the kid's mother. I would like it if you change the content because your content is very inappropriate for a 13-year-old and a young adult and children out there. Because basically it is talking about death and a war that we should not have been in. That is true. We shouldn't have been in this war, but yet there we were. And basically she goes on cursing at me and telling me how much of a I'll even say a word. She called me a piece of shit. She called me a piece of shit and all the other stuff. I'm not going to say anymore because there's a lot of cursing. So she said, please do not do these videos. So I got her on my case. So basically YouTube told me, I called people. I know a family member, or I know somebody who works in YouTube, close friend of mine. I texted him telling him, hey, because he told me, look at the guidelines. So it says nothing. I can't talk about death and all that stuff because basically on YouTube and stuff, they do post like war videos such as the Vietnam War and all the other stuff with blood and guts and everything. So basically I texted the mother and said, did you ever try a parental lock? She's like, what's that? I told her it's a setting. If you go to settings, it'll say parental lock. And you hit the parental lock and you put in the access code. So then your kid can't get into it. And I told her I'm not going to stop making these videos just because you tell me to. And I told her there's no law on YouTube saying I cannot make these videos. So she didn't have any more to say. So I'm going to read the Everything We Had book, so I'm going to get into it. Basically, we're going to start it. So, I don't know who we're reading about. Let me see here. No, that's what you get, people with a lot of jackasses like this mother. So we're reading about Robert Santos and his rifle platoon. He's a rifle platoon leader at 101st Airborne Division in Hugh from November of 1967 through November 1968. So everybody's also wondering, why do I have a lamp right here? Basically, I've had people tell me they cannot see my face when I do the YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah, my glasses are crooked. Basically, people have told me, they cannot see anything. They can't see me as well because it's dark and all that stuff. So I texted him and told him, you know what, I'll put a lamp right where I sit. So we're going to read about him. Night to set up a block forces. Let's read about this. And the RVAs worked and refused to cross the river. Now that they told me two things. Either they were waiting for us to get a shot, or they were telling me, look, this isn't worth it. They don't bother us and we don't bother them. And that was a great way of living, survival, right? But we were forced to cross that damn river. I had to send my platoon across to say I was pissed and confused what would not be adequate. etiquette. But we did it, and it happened all the time. Whenever you went on an ambush with RVN, they made us so much noise that no one could ever walk through your ambush site. So it was safe. You never got hit, but then again, you never carried out mission either, which was not clear to the American soldiers. What became confusing was the RVNs didn't want to fight for their country. It became confusing was the RVNs didn't want to fight. Why should we? If you want us to go out and defend ourselves, don't stick us with those guys because they're going to run away. They're going to fight. There were a couple of units, the South Vietnamese Marines and the Rangers and paratroopers, who would stand and fight for the most part, but working with regular RVNs of the popular forces of police, that was liability. Also, whenever you worked with them you were subject to S5 U.S. military intelligence coming down and asking how you're doing, and they're trying to win the hearts and minds of the people, which I could never fully understand because I didn't think they were anything to win. Actually, people, you know what? I'm going to turn on my music. So if you hear music playing in the background, I'm trying to get a feel of it. They only come a ten about twice a year. They buy 100 pounds of yeast and copper lines. Alright, okay, let's see. How you're doing. And return the hearts and minds of the people, which I could never fully understand because I didn't think there was anything to win. I thought we should just leave. There was confusion from military standpoint and of course from psychological standpoint. I remember going on an operation and being attached to the 1st Cavalry. We had fully security for a mine sweep team down the road. Well, out there was a manned detonation mine team. As the truck went over the bridge, the mine team detonated the mine. My men were in the truck. I watched the VC run into the village, and after taking care of what we had to take care of, we went after them. There is nobody in the village, an old couple. There's all the VC literature. It made sense, absolutely no sense to me. Why the village was there with this old couple? Was there why they were killing? I mean, I know it made sense, but I couldn't just put it together. I did the whole thing I learned in training. You go and fire a scrape off the top with ash and to see if there are hot coals underneath. Everything was warm. The pots were warm embers underneath, and my men were obviously upset. One of our men had died and a couple of others were wounded. Engineers as well. They just went right up in the air and that was it. When the explosion went off and the object was moving through the air towards us, I'm thinking clear how long it will take. Not very long. I thought. But it was like a long time coming, and it was high in the air and dark object. It was moving and I was watching it. I was transfixed by it. It almost hypnotic. Here was 2 seasoned combat veterans standing there in the crouch watching something come through the air at us. I thought calmly, it's gonna hit me. We watched it and we watched it and watched it. And it came closer and closer, and at some point I suspect we both realized that it was a bomb, and it wasn't. It was part of a body, and we stood there, and he and I were both 3 feet apart, landed between us in a boot with a leg and sheared top of the boot. Okay. Oh, we're playing Alabama. Nah. So we're gonna play a very good song, not a bad song. So we're gonna play this song by Stanley Clarke. Okay, people, I just seen that. We're gonna have to make 2 videos for this, so I'll be right back. See you in 2 clicks. Bye.